Alright, boys, sharpen your pencils, because I'm going to take you to school again.
Welcome to World Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Natalie Rydström. The Tour de France has reached its halfway point, with the cyclists now heading south towards the Alps and a grueling final week. The question on everyone's lips is, can Chris Froome stay in the lead all the way to Paris? Joining us now to discuss this is Richard O'Hagan, sports writer and regular contributor, to give his views from a betting perspective. Richard, welcome to the show.
Hi, Natalie.
Firstly, Richard, the question everyone is asking is this Froome's race, or will we see somebody else cycling into victory? Looking at the bookies' odds, there's a big difference between favourite Froome, priced at 1.14, and second favourite Alberto Contador. Richard, what do you think here?
I think it's Froome's race to lose. I can't see anybody else getting close unless Froome has a very real problem. Either a major technical problem with his bike that caused him to lose a lot of time on a stage. We saw that happen a few years ago to Andy Schleck when he was in a good, strong position in the mountains. Or alternatively, some kind of meltdown within Team Sky. There have been difficulties they've had this time round with people just not being able to stay with Froome. He is so fast and so powerful. I think they're going to put that right. I think they're going to get their tactics absolutely spot on in the Alps. It's going to be very difficult for people to catch him. Contador is round about 3.5 to 4 minutes behind as we speak. That's going to be a big, big margin to make up going through the mountains, because Froome is definitely a better climber than Contador nowadays.
OK, well, it may look like it's Chris Froome's race here, but the odds are quite in his favour for the king of the mountains. As it stands, Pierre Roland is the bookies' favourites, priced at 1.61, followed by Nairo Quintana, priced at 5.5, and then Thomas de Gent, priced at 9. Do any of these jump it out to you as a good bet?
Quintana is a very good climber. Roland has been ahead of the King of the Mountains all the way through this race. Going through the Alps, he's going to have to work very, very hard against the likes of Quintana and Froome. Froome is still a very good bet in this particular market, to try to stay ahead of them and to try to pick up the points you get for getting to the top of each stage. One of the downsides he's got is that means that he's got to really go with any breakaway groups, and that's going to be very, very tiring for him. So I would say don't back on him just yet. Look at how the others go. It might be one with a couple of days left in the Alps where you want to start trying to put some money on, because I expect Roland's price to actually drift a bit longer as time goes on.
OK. Now, another bet I'm looking to make is betting on who will win the white jersey. Where's your money going here?
Well, this is a very, very interesting race, because it's really a two-horse race now between Nairo Quintana and Michel Kwiatkowski, who is riding for the same team that has been Mark Cavendish's team. Now, we think Quintana would get away with this. He's a young rider, he's a much more experienced rider, and he's good in all aspects of cycling. But he's only got a slight 23-second lead over Kwiatkowski, and that could be telling, because that's the sort of lead that you can begin to pull back in the mountains. And without Cavendish to focus on now, sprinters, they've really got nothing to do in the mountains other than to hang on to the back of the group and try and stay there. It could well be that Quick Step will take Kwiatkowski to the front of the group and really, really push to try and get him this white jersey, which would be a wonderful achievement for him. I don't think any poll has ever won that, and he's got a real chance here.
Right. Now, I think we've established there is little money here betting the favourite Chris Froome to win the race. So is there anything else we should be looking towards to make some money over the next few stages of the race?
I think this is now getting to be the time where you can start to look at stage winners. And you can start to look at people who are strong riders, who are good climbers. You have to be good climbers to get through the Alps, full stop. But also, you need to be looking for people who are not with a rider who is in the leading group. One of the things we saw last year when Froome was riding as a domestique for Bradley Wiggins, Froome got to the head of the pack in one of the mountains and got called back by Sky because Wiggins needed help. So you need to look for the teams that don't have guys up there in the first 5 or 6, and there's plenty of those. Look for them, look for who their lead rider is, look for them to come clear and perhaps make a stage win in the mountains, and that's where you can make some money.
OK, fantastic. Richard, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.